Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand full pyramid of different shape. So this is the full pyramid that we would like to understand, and the difference is. So in our previous classes, we have covered a different kind of full pyramid where there are no gaps here. So here the gaps are provided, an empty space is provided between the stars. But in our previous full pyramid, these empty spaces are filled with stars. If you haven't watched those videos where we have discussed about full pyramid concept, please watch those videos and come back here, because the understanding of those concepts is very much helpful for you to understand how this the concept of how the logic of this full pyramid will get implemented. Please watch those videos and come back here. And every video in our channel is going to be part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts. And the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Now coming to this class, let's try to implement the logic for this full pyramid implementation. So how this full pyramid will get implemented, that we will try to understand. Now coming to the logic, so here the number of variables that we have taken is, it is rows I and j. What is the use of the rows? The rows is the height of the pyramid. So what is the height that needs to be printed, that has to be given by the end user. So based upon those number of rows, the height of the pyramid will get constructed. So that the pyramid of that particular height will get constructed. Okay, that has to be given by the end user. Here in the user interface part, he is going to give the number of rows to be printed. That value will get stored in a value called rows. Now based upon this, the pyramid will get constructed. So all these discussions has already been made, but in order to have a little recap of those concepts, we are discussing here again. And see here, so this is the pyramid that we would like to construct. In order to get the analysis, in order to get the mathematical formulation that is hidden behind the construction of this pyramid, in order to make that analysis, we have analyzed it in this way. So the number of rows is equal to 5 and the column number is going to be 9. Okay, so that in order to make the things analyzed simply, we have constructed in this way. So this is how we are going to bring some mathematical formulations from this diagram. So now what is the use of this first row? So the first row, so let's check this, keep it here. Okay, so the first row, states that row count. So the count of the row we are in. So first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. So as the end user has given the height of the pyramid to be 5, so there will be 5 rows. Every time this outer for loop is going to get the row count, row number. Okay, row number count will be done by this outer for loop. So what is the use of this inner for loop is, it is going to count the column numbers in each and every row, So the row count is made by the outer for loop. If you are in a row 1, if we are in the row 1, so the number of columns, so the maximum number of columns that can be obtained to a specific row, specific height of the pyramid is done by this formula. So what it is, 2 into rows minus 1, 2 into 5, here number of rows are 5, 2 into 5, 10, 10 minus 1, 9. So the maximum number of columns that are possible with 5 rows is 9. So that will get, so which means that this for loop will iterate for 9 times. This for loop, every time we come into this for loop is going to iterate for 9 times, which means that if we are in the first row, we have to iterate for 9 times. Why we have to iterate for 9 times is, the decision has to be made where the star has to be printed, where the empty space has to be printed. So within these 9 rows, within these 9 columns, we have to decide if we are in the first row, where the star has to be printed, where the empty space has to be printed, that decision has to be made. So we are in the first row. In the first row, the star has to be printed at 5, and remaining all the columns has to be printed with empty spaces. Who is going to make that decision? That decision is made by this if statement. So what this if statement is going to do, it is going to print, it is going to decide. So if you are true, if this if statement happens to be true, what does that mean is that particular point we have to implement some conditions. So in our previous so this is the program for full pyramid. Actually this is the program for full pyramid, so where all the spaces are filled with stars. Now we are going to convert this full pyramid program into the program of this shape, so the pyramid of this shape. Okay, so now the full pyramid, so what happens is from j is equal to this particular from j between a particular numbers. For example, if we are in the second row, the value of j happens to be true. So where the value of j happens to be true is number of rows is 5 minus I minus 1. So we are in the second row, means the value of I is equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, so which is 5 minus 1, and here it is 5 plus 2 minus 1, 1, so 6. So this means it is from 4 and this is 6. From 4 to 6, from 4 to 6 we have to print stars. This is the logic for pyramid, full pyramid, where in the particular row we are going to fill with stars. All the columns will get filled with stars. But here in our case we have to print star and later space and later star and later space and later star. So see here we have to start with star, next space, next star, next space, next star. In full pyramid we have filled all these spaces with stars. So full pyramid has been constructed in this way. But we don't want this, so we have to fill some spaces in between. So this program for full pyramid has to be converted into that logic. So we are going to change this if statement. So else statement is true, so this is going to remain the same. If statement, if we are going to come into this whenever the value of rows, value of j is in between these two values, which means 4 to 6. If we are in the second row, from 4 to 6 we have to print star. So now we are going to, so here we have to apply the conditions within these values. Within these values we have to apply the conditions. What conditions are to be applied? First we have to print a star, and later we have to print this with space, and later we have to print this with star. That condition has to be applied, which means that this if statement has to be changed. Now we are going to change this if statement from here to here. We are going to change how the changes are made, and what is the analysis that we are going to do, and based upon that analysis how the if conditions will get implemented, that we will try to understand. So this is how we have to solve, we have to build the logic. That is what we are trying to make you understand. The entire objective of this course is to how to think of the particular problem, so how to analyze a given problem. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we will try to analyze this problem. So what is the analysis that we need to make? So let's think of it. So we have to construct this. This is the logic that we have to implement. Okay, so now what is the analysis? See here, if we are in the row 2, where we are going to print the spaces, we are going to print where we are going to print the stars. We are going to print the stars at 4 and 6. If we are in row 3, where we are printing the stars, we are printing the stars at 3, 5 and 7. So there is some commonality. What is that commonality is, if row number is odd, if row number is odd is equal to odd, if row number is equal to odd, the places where the columns has to be printed, the places where the columns has to be printed is also odd. See here, if the row number is odd, row number is 3, which is odd. for odd row number, the places where the columns are to be printed are also odd. The places where the columns are to be printed with stars are also odd. So we are here means we are in these places means we are in this if condition. This value of j will be true. So then only we will be here. So that is the reason why we have to implement the new if conditions here. So the condition is, so let's try to understand the logic. If we are in the even number row, so see here, we are in the even number row, the stars are printed at even numbers. If the column numbers are even, then only the stars will get printed. Otherwise, it is printed with spaces. If we are in the odd number, see here we are in the even number. 4 is an even number. We are in the row 4 means it is an even number. If we are in the even number column, okay, see here, only even number columns are, if we are in the even number row, sorry. So if we are in the even number row, column numbers with even there only the stars will get printed. See here, C2 has been printed. This is an even number. C2, C4 is an even number, star has been printed. C6 is an even number, star has been printed. C8 is an even number, star has been printed. Otherwise, if the column name is column number is odd, there the spaces will be printed. Okay, for even number row, even column numbers will be printed with stars. So that condition has to be implemented. How that condition has to be implemented, that we are going to write. See here. So within this if block, the changes are being made. So this entire logic that we are going to write here now will be implemented within this if block. Okay. If block, we are in the if block means, again I am discussing this, we are, the j value is within these values. So there the condition has to be implemented. That logic is also very important to understand. So this logic, the logic that we are going to write is implemented within the values, these values of j. Please make a note of that point. Okay. So now the first if condition is, if I by 2 is equal to 0. What does that mean? I, the value of I is the row which we are in. Okay, so if this condition happens to be true, what does that mean is, if this condition is happens to be true means we are in even number row. If we are in the even number row, what happens? We have to take another if condition. Another condition has to be satisfied. So what that condition? If the column name is also even, column number is also even, then only this has to be implemented. Okay, if j value, j mod 2 is equal to 0, if this condition happens to be true, which means that we are in even number row, second row, fourth row, sixth row. Okay, so if that happens to be true, then the condition that needs to happens to be true is j mod 2 is equal to 0. If the j value mod 2 is also equal to 0, which means that we are in a column where the column number is even number. So this happens to be true if the j value is true. If the j value is an even number, see here, j mod 2, 4 mod 2 is 0, 2 mod 2, if the column j value is 2, 2 mod 2 is 0, 4 mod 2 is 0, but 5 mod 2 is going to be 1. The remainder is going to be 1, which means the value of j is 5 means we are in odd column. In the odd columns we have to print space. In the even columns we have to print. What we have to print? We have to print, star. We have to print, star has to be printed. Okay. So this is the function that we have to, this is the implementation we have to do. Else is for this if. If that is not true means, if this is not true means we are in the odd column number. Okay. So it is printf empty space, and if this if condition is false, we have to come into this else statement. This if ends here. So what this else statement, if we are in this else statement means, what does that mean? If we are in this else statement means Okay, so now if we are in this else statement, means what does that mean? If we are in this else statement, means I value is not, I mod 2 is not equal to 0, which means that we are in the odd number row. Are you able to get the point? I value, I mod 2 is not equal to 0, which means that we are in the odd numbered row. Odd numbered row means where we have to print, the value of j is odd. If j mod 2 is not equal to 0, so then we have to print a star. We have to print star. Else we have to print empty space. Okay, so with this else will be fine. So the values that, the conditions that are to be inserted within this if statement is, this is the programming that needs to be done. So this program is for full pyramid where every value is printed with star. But if a star empty space star has to be filled with, this is the condition that needs to be implemented, and this is the logic behind the full pyramid presentation with empty spaces. There are some chances for you to get for you to print the pyramid in this way also. So if that is the case, how to think of it? So the logic we have to understand. Implementation is very much easy. Once you understand, once you are able to understand the logic, analyze the logic behind the program, the implementation depends upon the programming language that you know. If you are familiar with Python, you can implement it in Python. If you are familiar with Java, you can implement with Java. As we are doing with C programming, we have implemented this code in C programming. So we are trying to make you understand how to analyze the logic. Okay, so let's try to print this program. Let's try to implement this program. Let's check whether this is getting implemented or not. So coming to the implementation part, this is the program. See here, this is the program. This program same, if I mod 2 is equal to 0, if j is equal to 0, the same implementation is done. Else I mod 2 not equal to, j mod 2 is not equal to 0. Else condition means odd number of rows. So this is the implementation. Else, so if we are not in that if condition, means empty spaces has to be printed, that will get printed. So let's check the output here. So the number of rows that needs to be printed, see here, this is how this is getting printed. Let's go to the bigger triangle, bigger pyramid. So let's give 10. See here, bigger pyramid, how the bigger pyramid is getting printed with 10 rows. Okay, so this is how things can be implemented. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.